by a contingent of humanoid aliens. Then she remembers being overcome by terror. The next moment, the family was back in the car. The UFO, nowhere to be seen. It might all be passed off as a terrible dream were it not for the mysterious triangular mark Kelly Cahill discovered on her stomach following her ordeal. Was the Cahill family abducted by extraterrestrials? And did they experience missing time? For some abductees, missing time may amount to no more than a few minutes. But for others, the ordeal has been known to last much longer. Unsealed case file. The Chilean Time Warp. Pampa Juscuma, Chile, April 1977. Corporal Armando Valdez is part of a border patrol monitoring the nation's frontier with Argentina. Coming off duty, Valdez and the rest of the patrol take shelter for the night in a stable. But the men are shaken from their sleep in the early hours of the morning when two strange lights descend from the sky to land nearby. They set out to investigate. The patrol watches in astonishment as Valdez approaches one of the blazing objects, only to vanish into its blinding light. The UFOs then disappear without a trace. The patrol scours the area for their missing comrade. 15 minutes later, they hear a loud thump and are amazed to discover the missing corporal lying on the ground a short distance away. His fellow soldiers stare at him in disbelief as Valdez is suddenly sporting a week's growth of beard. Looking at his digital watch, Valdez is shocked to discover it displays a date 5 days after the time of his abduction. The encounter is one of the most compelling instances of missing time on record. Was Armando Valdez abducted by aliens? What happened to him during his absence? And is there a way to recover the missing time? Coming up, we reveal the shocking details of abduction by probing the deepest recesses of the victim's subconscious mind. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth.
An important free offer for men with balding or thinning hair.
I'm happy with the way I look now.
With his hair now, it's just this newfound confidence, and there's a glow about him you just can't match.
Men, no diet, no exercise program, no new set of clothes can ever improve your confidence, your good looks, and the way women look at you, the way a thick, full head of your own real hair will. And now you can have it in just 4 weeks when you call Hair Club right now. With over 500,000 success stories, Hair Club really will give you back your own head of real hair in just 4 weeks.
I think he looks 10 years younger with his hair now.
Easily, painlessly, and affordably.
Life's about having fun. It's about looking good. I mean, 80% of feeling good is looking good.
Call Hair Club now and get your own head of full, thick hair in just 4 weeks. Look younger, feel more confident, put that old swagger back in your step, and put some zip back in your love life. Call Hair Club now.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
The most common type of hair loss in men is so-called male pattern baldness. DHT causes hair loss by binding to individual hair follicles and essentially shutting down production. Those follicles start growing weaker and weaker hairs and eventually don't grow any hairs at all.
Call now for your confidential appointment. We'll give you a free hair and scalp analysis. We'll explain what kind of hair loss you're experiencing and show you the tested and proven solutions we'll use. Remember, there are many different kinds of hair loss, and Hair Club is the only one who can offer you a customized solution based on your unique type of hair loss and expectations. Get the head of hair you want and women love in just 4 weeks. Change your life forever. Call Hair Club now.
I only wish I hadn't taken so long. That's what I'm telling you. Do it now.
Call now for our free DVD and brochure, shipped to you in a discreet plain envelope. Hair Club has the solution you want. Call now.
Call 1-800-404-4247. That's 1-800-404-4247.
Welcome back to Unsealed Alien Files. Millions of people around the world may have been abducted by aliens, but have no recollection of the experience. Some victims become suddenly aware of a past abduction through a phenomenon ufologists call missing time. But recalling the details of alien captivity is a unique science that harkens back to the modern era's first reported abduction. Unsealed case file. Betty and Barney Hill. New Hampshire, September 19th, 1961. Betty and Barney Hill are driving home through the New England countryside when they suddenly find themselves pursued by a UFO. The mysterious craft lands directly in their path. The Hills watch in disbelief as a group of small humanoid creatures emerge from them. At that moment, the scene suddenly fades to black. The next thing the Hills remember, they are sitting quietly in their driveway. They have no idea how they got home, how much time has passed, and what happened to them in the interim. The Hills go to the police, but they refuse to investigate the incident. It's a phenomenon all too familiar to an abductee. No one believes them. Many victims are even ostracized by friends and family. The experience leaves the couple deeply shaken. The Hills become obsessed with reconstructing the night's events, but years of effort bring few answers. In desperation, they look for help from a most unexpected source, a hypnotherapist.
For some abductees to recall their experiences, they have to undergo what's called hypnotic regression. What that means is that they're put under a state of hypnosis to help them recall those memories that have seemingly been buried into the back of their mind.
Probing their subconscious memories, the couple reveals they were in fact abducted by the aliens who approached their car. Inside their craft, the couple claims they were subjected to terrifying medical experiments. For ufologists, it's an historic moment.
Cases of abduction didn't really start to surface publicly or popularly until the late 1960s.
The story of Betty and Barney Hill is the first of thousands of eerily similar abduction reports. But what is the purpose of these abductions and experiments? Are the aliens simply trying to gather knowledge about us? Or is it all part of a larger plan? It will take another 10 years for a possible answer to appear. Unsealed case file. The Eagle Lake abduction. Eagle Lake, Maine, August 20th, 1976. Brothers Jack and Jim Weiner, along with friends Chuck Rack and Charlie Foltz, are about to set out on a night fishing trip on the state's famous Allagash Wilderness Waterway. Before taking to the water, they build a fire to guide them back to camp. Out on the lake, the men see a glowing ball of light, some 80 feet across, hovering above the trees. It creeps slowly along the shore in the general direction of the fishermen. Curious, one of the men takes his flashlight and signals to the strange craft. The object responds immediately, changing course to intercept the canoe. Alarmed, the four men attempt to paddle to shore, but it's too late. The looming UFO is already on top of them, and they are overcome by a blinding light from above. But in the blink of an eye, the men find themselves standing on the shore, unharmed. The UFO hovers nearby for a moment and then disappears into the night sky. The men notice that their campfire has died down to smoldering embers. Hours have passed, but they have no memory of what happened. Following the incident, Jack Weiner begins to suffer recurring nightmares. In them, he sees humanoid aliens performing a kind of medical procedure on his arm, while his friends watch helplessly. Soon after, the others begin to experience similar disturbing dreams. The men each undergo hypnosis. Together, they offer a chilling account of the night as it unfolded. The terrified men were taken aboard the UFO, where they were subjected to invasive medical procedures, including the painful extraction of skin and fluid samples. The sessions lead their hypnotherapist to a startling conclusion. He believes the men were being tagged the way humans tag animals before releasing them. What happened to the victims of Eagle Lake? Were they tagged by their alien captors? And is there any way to prove their story? Coming up, we reveal hard evidence of alien abduction discovered inside the bodies of victims. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Closed captioning provided by
Finally, the weight loss breakthrough women have been waiting for. Xantrex 3 High Energy Fat Burner. Watch it burn.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my own growing hair that I can comb, cut, style, do whatever I want with it.
The results I've achieved have been exceptional. This is my real hair. I can do with it whatever I want. This is mine.
Bosley gave me my hair back. I cut this hair. I wash this hair. I mess this hair up if I want to mess this hair up.
I can't explain to you the way that it made me feel to be able to wear my hair down, go out on a date, and have confidence again.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my hair. This is my hair.
Call or go online for your free, no-obligation self-evaluation kit. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes, and we'll even send you this $250 gift certificate. The information is free, so choose to grow back your own real hair. Choose Bosley. Call now. Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my own growing hair that I can comb, cut, style, do whatever I want with it.
The results I've achieved have been exceptional. This is my real hair. I can do with it whatever I want. This is mine.
Bosley gave me my hair back. I cut this hair. I wash this hair. I mess this hair up if I want to mess this hair up.
I can't explain to you the way that it made me feel to be able to wear my hair down, go out on a date, and have confidence again.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my hair. This is my hair.
Call or go online for your free, no-obligation self-evaluation kit. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes, and we'll even send you this $250 gift certificate. The information is free, so choose to grow back your own real hair. Choose Bosley. Call now.
When we were 9, they started testing us. We were seeing visions of every murder within 100 miles. The government wanted to hide us from the world, but I don't want to hide forever.
You saw murder, didn't you? You're one of them.
All I ever see are flashes.
You think you can fix the past by meddling with the future?
I can save them.
The feud's all about just being yourself. However different that is. Name something a hospital nurse might threaten to do to a misbehaving male patient.
I'm gonna give you an enema.
But what is this photo?
Well, okay.
Right up in there. Right in there.
Family Feud, weeknights at 5 on Fox, Illinois.
Welcome back to Unsealed, Alien Files. Millions around the world may have been the victims of alien abduction. Some experts believe these abductions are a means of tagging selected victims. But if aliens are tagging us, what form do these tags take? And what is their purpose? Alamogordo, New Mexico, 1975. 16-year-old Ted Davenport embarks on a solo camping trip into the wilderness of the American Southwest. Alone on the trail, he has an unsettling feeling that he's being watched. Later that night, Davenport steps out of his tent and is shocked to find himself confronted by beings from another world. He blacks out. The next morning, Davenport wakes up beside his burned-out campfire with a painful bump on his head and no memory of the night before. 5 years later, Davenport is in the Navy. He is injured while on duty and is sent for emergency medical treatment. But an MRI reveals something incredible. It's a small metallic object lodged in his brain, and some experts believe its presence is no mere coincidence.
Well, in the abduction phenomena, there is apparently 10 to 15% of those who we believe are true abductees that might have been implanted. Now, we're talking about implants that are visible on an X-ray or a CAT scan.
Dr. Roger Lear is a surgeon who has spent decades studying suspected alien implants.
They're little rods which vary in length from about 6 to 8 millimeters in length, and they're about as big around as a pencil lead. They're all covered with some kind of a coating, a biological coating.
Some victims discover strange triangular scars or report what are called scoop marks in their skin. But often, what might be considered a visible point of entry does not exist. Ted Davenport is just one of thousands discovered to have suspected alien technology in their bodies. But what is the purpose of these objects? The answer may be found in one of the most remarkable abductions on record. Unsealed case file, the Betty Andreasson incident. South Ashburnham, Massachusetts, January 25th, 1967. Betty Andreasson is enjoying an evening at home with her family when the house lights suddenly switch off and on again for no reason. Seconds later, an eerie, pulsating glow appears outside the kitchen window. The light reveals a group of humanoid aliens converging on the house. The intruders pass effortlessly through the front door and immediately freeze the terrified family in a kind of suspended animation. The leader establishes a telepathic connection with Betty. Her fear is replaced by a strange calm. Betty is then taken aboard a small saucer-like craft, hovering not far from the house. There, she is subjected to a series of medical examinations and a bizarre test of her intellect that induces what she will later describe as a state that drifts between ecstasy and pain. Hours later, she is returned to the house. It's a traumatic experience, and it will take another decade for Betty to share her story. In 1977, she undergoes hypnotherapy, trying to uncover the details about what happened to her on board the alien craft. Her sessions reveal something incredible. Betty wasn't taken that night to be given an implant. Instead, she recalls the aliens removing a brain implant through her nose, an object that had been placed inside her head in the 1940s during a childhood abduction. It's a memory that remained dormant in her subconscious for decades. But what was the implant's purpose? And why did the aliens want it back? Roger Lear has a theory.
I get asked many, many times, are they tracking devices? Are they behavior modification devices? On the basis of what I've seen and the data that we have collected, I don't believe that's the case at all. I believe that these are data monitoring devices, and I believe that they use implants to gain information on the changes of our DNA.
Are aliens placing implants in abduction victims to monitor our DNA? And if they are, what is their ultimate goal? Coming up, we reveal the possible endgame of this campaign of abduction and its terrifying consequences for the human race. This is Unsealed Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Promotional consideration provided by
The recipe for breakfast at Cracker Barrel Old Country Store includes lots of little extras, like offering warm bottles of all-natural syrup with our pancakes, serving a variety of choices so it's easier to please everyone at your table, and making biscuits from scratch. That's how we try to put a little gravy on top. So stop on by. You're always welcome.
How would I describe Bullseye? Bullseye is a show where the competitors literally transform themselves into human darts. And their one goal is to hit the bullseye. That's what the show's about. Big, bold, entertainment for the whole family.
Bullseye is an amazing competition show in which 8 ordinary Americans compete in incredible challenges, with the winner walking away with $50,000 every week.
With these challenges, we're gonna take you to whole new heights. Because for your first challenge,
Oh gosh.
you're gonna be hanging off of this. They come from all walks of life. We have ballet dancers, track athletes, basketball players, bowlers, moms, dads, Army vets.
They will collect bullseyes, they will be jumping off of buildings, and they'll be hanging from helicopters.
Oh my God! This is so much scarier than I thought.
It's gonna be really cool to see which one takes home the $50,000.
Even though the challenges have a physical component to them, they're designed so that men and women can compete on an equal footing. In the first challenge, the men compete against the men and the women compete against the women. But after that, it's the survival of the fittest. We have a rogues gallery of challenges awaiting our competitors in the future on Bullseye. They involve trains, more helicopters, cars that flip over. We are throwing everything we can think of and more at these competitors to make sure that each episode of Bullseye is unforgettable.
Ready? I couldn't ask for a better co-host. Godfrey has me cracking up for days.
This is really up my alley. I get to be myself. I get to have fun with people, talk to people. I'm into like mental toughness, physical toughness, and this is like the perfect show.
I like the fact that you all know each other, that you all have accepted us into your family, and we laugh all the time. I'm glad that we're part of your family, and I'm having a ball. Bullseye, baby, all day.
This is Bullseye!
Welcome back to Unsealed Alien Files. The time to act is now. Tell us your story. Get involved in the fight to unseal the truth now. Evidence suggests aliens are abducting victims in a chilling campaign to monitor human biological processes by implanting and removing extraterrestrial devices. Some experts believe they may even be monitoring our DNA. But why? Aldergrove, British Columbia, July 17th, 1991. Corina Sables and a friend spot a massive boomerang-shaped UFO in the night sky above her house. Moments later, she vanishes, reappearing nearly an hour later with no idea that she was gone and unable to account for the missing time. She appears unharmed by the experience. But Corina Sables' story doesn't end there. In the time following her disappearance, she has a nagging feeling this isn't the first time she has disappeared, and that it won't be the last. But Sables soon learns she isn't the only alien target under her roof. Weeks later, she is shocked to see an alien gray entering her daughter's bedroom. Racing to the young girl's aid, Sables finds nothing. But soon after, her daughter begins drawing pictures of an alien she calls the Doctor, who sometimes enters her room at night. The story unleashes a flood of repressed abduction memories in Sables, including needles piercing her abdomen and row after row of alien fetuses stored in liquid. Sables realizes that she has been part of an experiment to produce an alien-human hybrid. And that's not all. In a sudden flash of disturbing revelation, she realizes that stories her mother told her were also veiled accounts of abduction. Corina Sables believes her family may have been abducted across generations.
Why would you need to take humans, put some type of physical implant in there, and do whatever genetic modification they're trying to do? My guess is they could potentially make a life form that they would like us to evolve into.
Are extraterrestrials secretly creating a new race of alien-human hybrids down through generations? Are abductees doomed to a life of constant fear? Have you been abducted by aliens without any memory of the event? This is Unsealed, Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth.
Sunday.
What would you hate to see the doctor holding right before he circumcises you? An axe.
Any way you slice it, it's summer's #1 news show.
Y'all thought celebrities was real smart, didn't you?
A new Celebrity Family Feud, ABC Sunday. BattleBox is TV's hottest competition.
That thing is on fire!
And Sunday, for the final 16.
This is like getting to the major leagues.
It's win or go home.
We're not going down without a fight.
All new BattleBox, Sunday, 9/8 Central on ABC.
Love means never having to say,
I love you.
Thanks.
Hang on, let me just...
Mike and Molly 5 nights a week.
Weeknights at 10 on Fox, Illinois.
Launch!
That's bananas.
I'm getting so confused.
It is true or false.
It tastes delicious.
Damn, tastes good.
I don't like being friends with you.